What's up, brothers and sisters? It's your brother G World 7 underscore D. This is just a quick rant. Or just about Rambo and little stuff. I guess today was supposedly Indigenous Day to, I guess, cross off of Columbus Day. Which I don't celebrate any of it. I just, it's to me just a regular day. But I want to really, I want brothers and sisters to continue to put in the research and do the studying because your history is right on your thumbnail, and but you're gonna have to do the research and put in the study. You know, every single part of this world was originally populated by black people, melanated people, whatever you want to call yourself, man. and there's been various books that talks about when blacks ruled the world and all this stuff. Well, and that's true. And we cover all points and corners of the world. And I mean, like I mentioned in some of the other videos, excuse me, we warred amongst each other. So, but it's it. I say it over and over again, all the time. But it's still really bothersome that you still got these Negroes who just want to preach a slave narrative with this transatlantic slave trade narrative, when so-called black people have been all over the world globally. You've seen these black people in Europe with crowns on their head. You see the very different black groups that were in Asia. You know, and all you look at India, you can see the very different black people there. You see them little people off the little small island, the Andaman Islands, and you see them other different black people in India. Some of them have the wavy, the straight hair. Some of them have woolly hair, but the very different types of black people there. And you go to the Pacific Islands in Australia. You notice how a lot of black people in Australia had the wavy, straight hair, while the ones in Tasmania had the woolly hair. So we all over the planet. But you still have some of my brothers and sisters who just want to package blackness or aboriginalness as coming from the transatlantic slave narrative on the bottom of a cargo ship. That's that's a problem, and that's what a lot of white folks feel comfortable when Negroes talk about the slave narrative, because you're not really unlocking the true history. You're not opening up your true history, the true knowledge, and our true foundations in this country and around the world globally. We're not going to do that just talking about that we were once enslaved from here in America. We came from Africa. That information is really antiquated and is outdated, and there's just so much information out here for you to obtain and siege. But you have so many of our people who just so lock focus and want to be slaves. Like Umar John's supposed to start a school, and at first I said, okay, I'm down to this dude starting a school, but I would never send no kids to that dude's school. And that guy to me I constantly say he's an idiot, and he is. And the way he attacks brothers and sisters here who do not identify with no African, but identify, say they're Aboriginal, Indian, whatever, Moor, whatever, Israelite, he has a problem with that. And to me, that's just highly offensive that this idiot want to start a school, but he insults the main group of people who will back him. And then he questions us in our knowledge about our true history, when we need to question him about anything and everything. Like, where's the money at, dude? He took you all that time to put the school up, and the school is basically, it needs to be totally fixed. It needs a new piping system, whatever. The guy talks from the guy. I don't think that guy ever gonna open up that school, man. First of all, he should have started off small. Maybe start off with just 5 students and just build up from there. You have to start off small in order to build larger. He wanted to go grandiose in the beginning from Jump Street. You don't do that. You should start off small. And there's plenty of small vacant buildings he could have gotten here in Chicago, man. So that just tells me right there that dude, he's nothing but a dreamer and a hustler. But I digress. I want you, brothers and sisters, I'm going to continue to give out sources about the various different black groups around the world, with the main focus in America, but also blacks in Europe and throughout the Pacific Islands. The set I have two sets of encyclopedias, Compton's encyclopedias. One is from the 60s and one of the other ones from the 90s. I have a few thesauruses, and obviously I have an arsenal of books and journals and magazines and all that stuff. So I have an arsenal of that. I will continue to use that as sources so you can go seek that information out for yourself. And a couple of the magazines that I have, I don't think is no longer in publication, like Geology magazine or journal. That is no longer, I believe it's I don't know if it's Geology, it's Geo magazine, whatever. But it's no longer in publication. Um, but they have some good articles up in there. And they basically just talk about the mainly the United States and its natural earth structure. But not only that, I have various other different magazines and journals. I subscribe to the National Geographic as well, believe it or not, the Smithsonian. I get in the Smithsonian ass, but I also subscribe to bastards. But you can give viable information even from the biggest devil. I've always said that, but I'm going to continue to give you more sources and more books, and then go into some books I've already showed, and then highlight information. I'm still trying to find that book that I have on the Etruscans. So it's a big coffee table book. I keep saying I was going to try to find it. Man, it's hard for me. I don't know. I put it somewhere. Like I stashed it somewhere. I hid it from myself. But I'm going to try to find that book. And other stuff I have. I got several books dealing with, more books dealing with mounds, as well as information that's dealing with the Trail of Tears, but not the Trail of Tears that you know that came way out east, but the other Trail of Tears, the one in Ohio. So, I yeah, I have an arsenal of stuff, man. King Philip's War, all that stuff, and it's just good information for you to have, you know. So, and I just wish it was just one bicker about our Aboriginal history in America. And you get some of these little foreign blacks, man, who question black Americans when they say we are Aboriginal to this land, and we are. You know, we are Aboriginal to this land. You know, I guess a lot of them don't understand that, and they're thinking that we just hate being quote black. Well, that's not true. We're proud of who we are, but there's more and more brothers and sisters actually learning our true history, and it's not that slave narrative. You know, it's not that slave narrative. So, yeah. So I'm going to, like I said, get some more books and hammer it to you. Give you that information so you, like I said, go seek it out yourself, because this is a time of higher learning. This is the time of learning and basically acquiring knowledge with the internet and everything. What you can't do is, like I mentioned before, no simple Google search. You got to really do the research. But this is a time of higher learning because there's so much information out there for you to obtain, you to grasp, and you to get. You have to do it all in 1 week or nothing, but just take the time out and do the research. It's really rewarding and fulfilling. So I want to tell brothers and sisters that. And remember, all over the world, so-called black people are the original people, no matter where you at. You know, no matter where you at in the world. I have books on the Joman, by the way. You know, so I'm probably not talking about them. I have books on ancient Cambodia. I showed you some of my books on Vietnam. So I have so many too. Like I said, an arsenal. So I'm going to try to talk about a lot of stuff, some of the black empires in Asia, and obviously in America. So, but I want you to continue to just do that research. Just grasp some of the stuff that I'm saying, but then take it upon your own time to do your research. Because, like I said, when you do it, it's not only rewarding, fulfilling, but really impounding that into your head, your brain. You feeding that stuff in, and you reading that stuff from basically pen to paper and everything. You just reading that stuff, and you basically sucking in all that knowledge. That's a beautiful thing. So, so this, I'm gonna continue to give you information. I'm gonna continue to lay down some facts. I'm gonna continue to try to get some good illustrations. Uh, yeah, I have so like I say, but I have another book by Richard. What's his name? Serio. So I have another book by him, and yeah, and so many others. Man, I have Roman. Uh, what's it? Roman Egypt, as well as Roman Britain. So I got so many books dealing with our history, and we playing a big part around the world globally. So, just continue to put that research in, continue to study, and then all the information, you'll obtain, you have, will be good. And I appreciate some of the comments. So, I try to keep my stuff tight. I'm gonna get tighter and continue to present even better. So, but just want to tell you that now. Just want to mention that it's like a quick rant, so it's not no video when I'm showing you pictures and stuff, but just a quick rant. All right, peace and love, brothers and sisters. I want you to continue that research, man. Continue to do all that research. It's very rewarding and fulfilling. Peace and love. All right, then. Peace.